Sparkle, sparkle.
What's up, Roosters? Today we're in the kitchen.
Today, we are also going to talk about
Mythology!
Now, she knows more about this subject than I do.
Not really. I'm just taking an intro to mythology class, and we didn't know what to talk about. Because finals are kicking our ass. But during this lovely episode today, we're going to be making hash brown casserole.
Because we're starving college students and we haven't had real food in like days, maybe a week. I don't know.
I made really cute cupcakes today.
They were good.
They're
10 out of 10.
Let's see. Oh, because this is a great place to talk about it, I have become an ambassador for
We need your phone for the rest of the
for quite a few. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Gotta give it to my Pinterest.
So you become an ambassador.
So I've become an ambassador for a few small websites, business websites. Some of them are just beginning. I'm still figuring out a few things for that, but the one that I'm working on a lot right now, it's been like 2 days, so not a lot, but I absolutely adore, is, let me find, it's Hello Milo, and it's a super cute shop. It's book apparel. There's things like blankets, hoodies, cups, bookmarks, bags.
I'm not going to name drop her just because I don't know if I can, but my cousin, I'm going to call Samantha, and yes, you know what you have to do now. This is pointed towards you,
Pointed
Samantha.
towards Samantha. I don't know you, Samantha, but hi.
Samantha. Yes, you know Samantha.
I know Samantha.
You meant Samantha. Her name's not Samantha.
Oh, Samantha.
Samantha. You would love this.
You would love this. So highly recommend. And I will post the link in the bio in the description of the YouTube video tonight, or whenever we post, whenever we have time, because again, finals are kicking our ass.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use my code, then you get 15% off your entire order. And that may not seem like a lot, but it is worth it, and there's some really cute stuff. And since Christmas is coming up, I highly recommend looking into it.
I've refused to acknowledge Christmas right now.
But you shouldn't, because it's coming up, and sooner than later. Ooh, that makes us look not good, babe.
Oh.
That made us look really bad. I'm trying to find
The recipe.
Oh, oops, it's in my all saves.
Well, since we're talking about mythology, I will go on first, I guess, about what little I know, and then she'll fill in the rest. Personally, I love Hades and Persephone.
Persephone?
Persephone, thank you. I don't know a whole lot, and it's kind of like we don't know a whole lot about it, but I mean, who does? Other than really old people. I'm kidding. But do you want to tell them the story so I can focus?
Yeah,
Where's the cream of chicken?
downstairs in the pantry.
Okay, I don't know where that is. You gotta go grab that.
I'm gonna go grab that. I'll be right back.
I'll keep talking. Okay, so my favorite story is about those two. So there's a webtoon. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's like a comic app, and there's a story about them. It's probably not realistic, but it's like my favorite version, if I'm being honest. And she pretty much goes to and she meets Hades and stuff. It's really cute. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's called Lore Olympus. So they made it a book now. So if you don't like webtoons, you can read the book. Pretty much Hades and Persephone fell in love, or some people think they didn't fall in love, but since she ate the seeds of the pomegranate, she had to stay in hell for how many days?
Not days. Months. Of the year. It was 8.
8 years, 8 months.
And it's the modern version that they fell in love. I actually made a really cool artifact project for that.
Yes, she did.
Should I go grab it?
Yes.
Show them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab it.
She's gonna grab it. It's really cute.
It's really cute.
But anyways, so they fall in love, and her mom is pissed. And I mean pissed. I mean, if my mom saw about that, I think she'd just be a little sad that I wouldn't be home. But she would know that I'd be like, oh my god, this guy's hot. So I feel like she'd be fine with it.
I'm doing mine on Hades and Persephone, lo and behold. It's an evil pomegranate in a jar. And this side has the other pomegranate stuff.
It's really cute.
It's really cute. I'm gonna go put this back.
And so she made that. So that's the pomegranate. And so they made like a deal that she's home during the spring and summer. That's why you're gonna clarify. I'm just telling my version. She's there during the spring and summer, and then during the winter she goes back down. And that's why it gets cold in the winter. That's what they say. That's what they theorize. Because she gets really upset, so she refuses to do anything. Hence
Her
why.
mother gets really upset.
Yeah, so you tell the story because clearly I don't know it.
So, long ago in Greek mythology, Hades kidnapped Persephone. Persephone's mom, I forgot her name, and starts with a D, I'm pretty sure, got really upset, and she was the goddess of weather and nature and seasons. So she got really upset, and so nothing grew. The temperatures got really cold. Basically, everyone was dying because she wasn't doing her job.
Is this the only sour cream you have?
I bought sour cream.
Where is it? Oh, you bought sour cream.
Sour cream.
Where's the cheese?
In the fridge. In the cheese drawer.
Continue.
So yeah, and if we need more, I think there's more outside. So she got really sad, and so Hades agreed to let Persephone go because, you know, her mom was killing people. So,
Where's your cups? Clearly, I don't know this kitchen.
she doesn't know my kitchen.
Is that a cup?
That's a half cup. The cup one I used last night, and so it needs to be washed.
Okay, well,
I made rolls last night.
sorry, I think we're ADHD.
So Hades agreed to let her go and gave her some pomegranate. Persephone didn't know that the pomegranate was a form of a trap to make her stay, and she ate 8 pomegranate seeds, which means she has to stay in hell with Hades for 8 of the months. So there's that. And so during like the nicer months is when Persephone's back and her mom's all happy. And then during the cold, dying months is when she's gone and her mom's really depresso espresso.
Depresso espresso.
It's espresso, really.
Espresso.
And that's the story of Hades and Persephone. Is my thing gonna be muted?
10 out of 10.
Am I unmuted?
No.
It's muted or
No.
unmuted?
It's unmuted.
I muted it earlier.
I recommend Laura Lippis. Have you read Laura Lippis?
No, I have not read Laura Lippis.
It's on Webtoon. 10 out of 10 recommend. Read it.
Yeah, so the modern version of Hades and Persephone is that they truly do love each other, and I'm sure that is a very good possibility.
I like that.
But it's a modern day version because we like the thought of that better than her being kidnapped and forced against her will to stay with Hades.
I might as well just put this whole container in.
No, put 2 cups.
I am.
And if that's the whole thing, then that's the whole thing.
Anyways.
One mythology story that made me go, what the heck? Was the one of Hercules. Because I only knew the Disney version. And whoa, is that off. So, a quick debrief of that. Basically, Hercules and Megara They were already married. Cutesy, married, blah. Hades, super strong, big man. And he had anger issues, and he could not control his strength when he had anger issues. So he killed a lot of people. And because Hercules, I think I've been saying Hercules, I hope so. Because Hercules is Zeus's son, that made Hera, Zeus's wife, real mad. Real mad. Because he cheated on Hera again.
Again.
And so Hera blamed Hercules. And so when Hercules was older, Hera gave Hercules a fit of rage. And in that fit of rage, he killed his wife and his 2 sons. And he felt so guilty about killing his wife and 2 sons. He basically said he was going to kill himself. And they were like, whoa, let's not do that. Let's send you on a silly little mission with your cousin so that you don't have to feel bad anymore. And so he goes, and they gave him what they considered to be impossible challenges. And then he proceeded to pass every single one, even the ones that he wasn't supposed to have. So that's the story of Hercules.
Where's the knife? Where's your stuff?
Knife. Put the knife down, Lily.
I really think that one's messed up for me. Did you know?
But it's kind of cool.
Did you know that Ares was the only god who didn't rape women?
Yep, Ares was the only one that was true and the least angry of the gods.
Surprisingly, because he's the god of war.
He's the god of war, but he was the most respectful god, and he was in love with Aphrodite.
Main reason he was really protective of women because his sister got raped. I can't say that word, I forgot. And so he would protect women.
Yeah.
And I hate that there's such a stigmatism about him because everyone's like, since he's the god of war, he's evil. But he was actually a pretty good guy.
He's a pretty good god, yeah. This is all Greek mythology we're talking about. There are so many mythologies. There's Norse mythology that has like Loki and Thor and all of that. But I'm thinking that could be another episode, or we could bring it up later. But another thing about the Greek mythology is like Achilles. And Achilles' heel. The reason his heel is his only weak point is because when he was born, his mother had put him in like a river that made him all powerful. And she had to hold him by the ankle so she didn't drop him completely in. And so that's why that spot on his ankle is his only weak spot. And when the gods had been going to war, it was the Trojan War, and Achilles was the only person that was going to really help get him out. Oh, you weak little baby.
Do you want to do it?
I can.
Okay, then you chop the onion finely.
Your problem is you cut the root, and so it's going to sting your eyes. So, where was I? What was I saying?
Trojan War.
Oh, yes. Achilles was going to be the really only person that could deal with the Trojan War and help him win. Because he was the strongest and most badass. But he was so petty because they took, for lack of better word, his war prize away. His little rendezvous buddy. So he was not happy about that. And so, because he wasn't very happy about that, he decided to be petty and sit in his little tent and be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And the gods pleaded and begged and really wanted him to help, but he felt like his name was sullied because they took away his war prize, his woman that he slept with. And so he was like, no, but I will give my best friend, I don't remember his name.
Billy Bob Joe.
No. It was something. Gave him his armor and whatnot and said, if he dies, I will kill everyone. And then lo and behold, the god dies. And Achilles loses it. And so then he goes wild and basically gets the whole Trojan War thing done. But he gets struck in his heel and he instantly dies because that's his only weak point. So there's that. Zeus is probably the worst of the gods because he's so powerful, but he's also the cockiest god alive in existence. Like, I swear, I've never heard of such a cocky god who also cheated on his wife so many times.
Don't cheat on your wives.
Cheating's not good, y'all.
Cheating's bad.
Cheating makes people sad. You shouldn't have cut the root, my eyes.
Oh, you poor baby.
Yeah, but at least my eyes aren't crying.
Shut up.
Because I used to cut like 18 onions or more a day. This is a bad piece.
Do you know any more stories?
I know a lot of stories.
Well, then keep going, sweetheart.
Sorry, I'm cutting onions. They're getting to my eyes because Lily cut the root.
Who knows? Maybe I did it on purpose.
No, you didn't. You're smiling because you want me to think you did it on purpose, but I know you didn't do it on purpose because you were the one that was cutting it.
Okay, keep going.
Let's see. What's another story? There's more stories. I just have to think. My brain's not braining. There's a lot of stories.
Butter.
One of the really good things that has come from the epic about the Trojan War and all that jazz, the Odyssey, that's what it's called, is I really like the musical that came out with it, that has just been come out. It's called Epic. It's really good. So if you guys like musicals, I'd recommend it. Let's see. With that, that's what I can think.
Medusa.
We didn't learn about Medusa.
Wait, don't you know the story about Medusa?
I only know a little bit about Medusa. Basically,
I know a little bit. I can talk.
Basically, she was raped, and so Aphrodite gave her a head full of snakes so that no man could ever hurt her again.
And it was supposedly to be nice, but I think it's messed up.
But yeah, it's because she was harassed so many a time that Aphrodite gave her the gift, but also it was a very unfortunate thing at the same time. Because then Medusa turned everyone to stone. But it was basically so she just couldn't get hurt anymore.
What other mythology is there? There's plenty of other mythologies.
There's plenty of mythologies. I'm just trying to think of some Greek mythologies. Greek mythology is just really dark, y'all. There's a lot of murder. There's a lot of aggression. The gods are really petty people. Like,
well, we don't have to talk about mythology, about Greek mythology specifically.
I know. Today, we talked about a little bit of gender mythology because did you know men were cheerleaders before women?
Yeah.
Men were cheerleaders, and the only reason women became primary cheerleaders is because of World War I when all the men got drafted for war. And so the girls had to step up, and then they decided to let them stay.
Because they were good. I don't know. Would you say the Wendigo is part of mythology?
Yes, the Wendigo is a form of mythology. Press the unlock button. The Wendigo is technically a part of mythology because it is a cryptid, and cryptid are a form of mythology. Kinda.
Okay, well, we can talk about the Wendigo.
The Wendigo's creepy.
Well, then talk about the Wendigo. I want to hear about the Wendigo.
So, okay, the Wendigo is a part of, I'm pretty sure it's Native American mythology. Tales, lore, folklore. And it's something that's like a really scary beast that you can become. And it's especially if you cannibalize things, even if you're desperate and hungry in the woods. It's as if something came over you and you become a Wendigo. And you could be cursed with becoming a Wendigo. Or if you had a dream about a Wendigo, you could become a Wendigo. One time there was this family that went into the woods. The father had led them out into the woods. And by the time they had returned from the woods, the father had cannibalized his whole family, even though like his youngest son was alive when they were able to get back to like rations and food and what they needed. Yet he still ate his son. And so when he was brought to court for trial, he blamed it on the Wendigo. And I don't think they let him have it, if I remember. Honestly, I have research, but little research on this, and I'm too tired to look at my notes. But if you know anything, correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, the Wendigo, in modern days, it has become to where it has these antlers, and it's really tall, and it's really creepy. But the reality of it in its original form, from at least what's considered its original form, it's more of a human-like person who has chewed off lips because they're cannibalistic and hunger for human flesh and blood, that they chew off their own lips. And they're really freaky, and you don't want to come around them.
You know, there was a time when it was Halloween, and my mom had us watch the Blair Witch Project, and she convinced me that it was real. And so the whole time I thought it was real, and my brain was like, maybe it's a Wendigo, because it was creepy as shit. But it wasn't real. I didn't find out until the end, so I was paranoid the whole time. Thanks, Mom. I love you so much.
Shout out Lily's mom.
So my sister watched it with me too. But I don't know if she was as freaked out as I was.
One show I watched when I was little that my dad let me watch was The Event Horizon, and it's about a ship that goes to hell and back. And he sees his demon wife, because demons get on the ship. And
it says use a small onion, so I was thinking maybe just like half the onion.
We can add more if we want. I don't really care. Okay. We'll see what that does and add more if we feel like it. Basically, it's about a ship that goes to hell and back, and a demon gets on board and pretends to be his dead wife, and so he gouges out his eyes. And it freaked my sister out for so long. She still freaks out about it.
You have a train?
I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, but if we come up with more, or you guys want to hear about more mythology, okay, I'm going to be so honest, we haven't researched topics right now just because we're so busy with school, so we're just going over stuff that we kind of know until we have time. And energy. Yeah, but we're gonna put this in the pan and cook it and eat. So thanks for tuning in.
Wait, are we done?
Do you want to keep going?
We could.
Yeah, feel free.
I don't know what else to go on about. Like, there's so many things with mythology. We could touch on Norse mythology one of these times. That's my professor's favorite mythology is Norse mythology. So that could be another episode or whatever you guys are interested in. Highly recommend. Leave comments.
10 out of 10.
DM us. Talk to us.
Or
Share with your friends. Subscribe. Twinkle, 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 little star.
So are we done?
We'll see you next time, Brewsters.
Bye.
Bye.